PHAC is hiring security forces for quarantine facilities. Security guard positions have become available with the Public Health Agency of Canada, PHAC, for its quarantine facilities in Toronto, York, and Halton, Ontario. Risk management and security services for designated quarantine facilities in Ontario are needed, according to the job posting. The position's application period started last week and ends on September 9 at 2 p.m. EST. The Canadian government established designated quarantine facilities during the COVID-19 epidemic for Canadians who couldn't be quarantined at home after traveling abroad because of their close proximity to family members. Following allegations of Canadians being forcibly abducted from an airport and placed in a government facility in unmarked trucks, the public learned about these facilities. The facility was often a hotel that had been altered. Usually, travelers had to stay in the accommodation for 3 nights or until a COVID test came back negative. Security personnel and hotel staff the quarantine facilities. On the advice of a quarantine officer, travelers who arrive in Canada and do not have an appropriate place to quarantine nor isolate themselves may be directed to a designated quarantine facility. Travelers must remain in your room until you get permission and a set time to depart from a quarantine officer at the facility while they are there. Visitors to the facilities commonly tell horror tales. A few meals were provided to those under forced quarantine, and they were prohibited from placing food orders. The facilities were criticized for failing to address particular dietary issues. One woman in Quebec experienced sexual assault while residing at a facility. Later on in the epidemic, the government mandated that all air travelers entering Canada be quarantined at designated quarantine facilities, which cost visitors about $300 per night. Most of this legislation did not apply to Canadians who entered the border by land. Most Canadians have already received 2 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine, which has been authorized by Health Canada. The COVID-19 vaccination status has been offered as a way for the federal and provincial governments to get things back to normal. However, even Canadians who had received 2 doses of the vaccination were subject to the government's strict travel restrictions during the epidemic, which included staying in a government hotel. Ottawa approved funds for a safe voluntary isolation site in the Ontario region of Windsor-Essex in August. According to the government, the isolation site will be used to house foreign agricultural laborers who arrive in Canada without a place to stay. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel.